Heyo, Ben here, and, well, today I'm going to be making fun of the four most well-known presidential candidates, and I'm going to go after all four of them. Okay? Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Gary Johnson, and Jill Stein. And I think I made Jill Stein a little short, but whatever. No one cares. It's Green Party, no one cares. Yeah. So, anyway, we're going to start by going after the Don. Yes, Mr. Trump, we get it. You're white. You don't have to get a shitty spray tan to cover up the fact that you burn. Donald Trump. First candidate to, well, quite possibly the first candidate to bring up the size of his dick in an actual nationally televised debate. Donald Trump. Is that a dead ferret on your head? Or is it just a bad comb over? Donald Trump. We get it. You're loud. You're from New York. We get it. You don't have to stay huge all the time. Donald Trump. Listen, we didn't need to know what goes on in locker rooms, okay? Yes, we get it. It's locker room talk, but I don't think that's supposed to leave the locker room. Trump. 500 BC called. They want their wall policy back. Donald Trump. The only presidential candidate where you're not entirely sure if they're serious about running. They may just be trying to advertise for their new show, or TV station, or hotel, or casino, or airline. Oh, wait, no, the airline went bankrupt. Or vodka, or water, or board game, or... I could go on and on. Donald Trump. Trying to be Reagan. Failed miserably. Donald Trump would actually lose an election to the reanimated corpse of Reagan. Donald Trump. He exists. Yes, that's an insult. Donald Trump. I don't want to wear suits anymore because of him. Donald Trump. Proving the fact that, yes, the douche and the turd is a really good example or a really good analogy for every single election ever. Thank you, South Park. This year validated your analogy. Donald Trump. He loves gold so much that he painted his hair that color. Donald Trump. Because why not? Oh, yeah. I remember now. Because we don't elect businessmen anymore. Actually, we never did. Strange. Donald Trump. The only candidate in the GOP, except maybe Ted Cruz, who could actually lose to Hillary Clinton. So, take that. Okay. Hillary Clinton. I think I'm going to skip this section for my own personal safety. I'm just kidding. Hillary Clinton. The most corrupt person to ever seek the presidency, and Chester A. Arthur existed. Hillary Clinton. As if you needed every overbearing mother-in-law from every sitcom ever to be in the White House for 4 years. Hillary Clinton. She flip-flops more than flip-flops. Hillary Clinton. She can't even keep her teeth pearly white. Like, is she even American? I thought Americans had good teeth. Hillary Clinton. The 80s called. They want their Russia policy back. And before you ask, yes, the 90s did call. They want their meme back. Clinton, can you stop wearing pantsuits? They make you look like Dr. Evil. And that's not a good thing. Hillary Clinton. Take out the F in female and she's triggered. Hillary Clinton claims to be a person who all people can respect. And all people can look up to, and all people can trust to be their leader, and she will represent them. I mean, she'll represent you if you have $250,000 for a speech. And can bankroll her campaign. And can keep her out of prison. And this and that and the other thing. Hillary Clinton. If she can't satisfy Bill, what makes her think that she can satisfy America? Hillary Clinton. She failed so poorly at pouring a beer that it's actually sinful. And when she did, she gave her more head than Monica gave Bill. Like, if she had given Bill that much head, I guarantee you Bill wouldn't have even looked twice at Monica. Hillary Clinton. So corrupt, she got kicked off the Watergate investigation. Yes, that's actually true. Hillary Clinton. One moment a Goldwater girl. The next, color her red and call her Vladimir. Hillary Clinton. Well, at least she doesn't want to start another war in the middle. Oh, she does? Well, that's great. Hillary Clinton, if you could vote for me, that'd be just great. Hillary Clinton, as Barack Obama said, she will say anything to get elected. You know, I'm really starting to feel bad for Bernie now. Hillary isn't. But what does she care? What does she care? Bernie was in her way. Because it's her turn. Hillary Clinton. If there's a chance things will get worse, it's with her in power and a Congress that will actually listen to her. That's a good thing about Trump. Congress won't listen to him and won't do jack squat of what he wants. Now on to my candidate. Gary Johnson, former governor of New Mexico. He did improve the state. They went from 50th in education to 49th. Did you know he climbs mountains? Or does Ironman triathlons? Or does 100-mile bike races in the desert? Because that's all he seems to talk about. That and how he quit marijuana for the campaign, which, judging by all his gaffes, probably isn't true. Gary Johnson, listen. When your fans start adopting or culturally appropriating a Bernie Sanders meme, that's not a good thing, because Bernie did lose. Also, either your fans don't understand innuendo, or they understand it too well. Because, feel the burn, anyone? Well, no one's feeling the burn anymore, but apparently people are saying that they feel the Johnson. Take that as you will. Gary Johnson. In a year where the Libertarians could really stand to benefit, you decide to make us look even more like idiots than we already did. Hey Gary, do you mind letting William Weld be the nominee? I think it might work a little bit better with him at the top, because he seems to have his head on his shoulders. Your head's in the clouds. No offense. Gary, what is Aleppo? Hey Gary, can you name a foreign leader that you admire? Yes, let's ignore the actual libertarian who got into power in South Africa and instead name Vicente Fox. Or Angela Merkel, who is, to most libertarians, basically Hitler. At least Vicente Fox is at least, not quite Hitler. I mean, yeah, he's definitely a statist, but, he's not absolutely terrible. Like I said, he's still a statist, but he's not the worst person Gary could have named. And you forget his name as well. You sure you didn't have edibles before that moment? Then again, you really should have just learned the mayor of Johannesburg's name, because he's an actual libertarian. I'm saying this and I'm blanking on his name. Yeah, guess we are a bunch of crazies. So we nominated a pothead. Way to show that we're in favor of legalizing marijuana. Great moment. Great idea. Beautiful. At least we got another governor on board to run for vice president. Oh, he now writes detective noir films. Or not films, but books. Well, I guess it's better than running pay-for-play and beauty pageants, but still, come on, really? Really? Gary Johnson, the only person to piss off Rand Paul supporters and anarcho-capitalists. by just existing. Well, on the bright side, Gary, your political career suicide will get us to 5%. So, success. And at least this time you didn't William McKinley and didn't sit on your porch in New Mexico. Jill Stein. For crying out loud, Jill, you can't force vaccinations. It's a blatant violation of the First Amendment. Yes, we all know that, getting vaccinated is a smart thing to do. But for crying out loud, Jill, you can't force people to do it. That's like, tyranny. Hey, Jill, if there was a nice way to say you're an idiot for being more anti-gun than Clinton, which, by the way, is quite surprising. It's kind of hard to do that. At least if we go by her current position. If we wanted to go back to her original position, she'd be a Goldwater girl who thinks that any gun control is unconstitutional. But, again, she's just saying whatever she wants to get elected. But, Jill, you want all guns banned and confiscated. You do realize that that's about as ridiculous as, that's about as ridiculous as deporting 11 million immigrants. Donald. And Jill, the other thing is, you want to legalize marijuana and other drugs that have medical benefits, and citing that it was about as effective as prohibition of alcohol. Don't you think prohibition of guns is going to go the same way? Or any restrictions for that matter? Jill Stein. Probably the only person on the left who thinks that it's more important to stop Hillary than it is to stop Trump. Jill Stein. Being a presidential nominee, being a female presidential nominee before it was cool. Jill Stein. The only female running for president in 2016 who has some self-respect. Jill Stein realizes that, hey, Russia shouldn't be our enemy, and that we need to stay out of the Middle East, and that we need to respect our allies. And, wait, why am I being so positive towards Jill? Oh, yeah. Because she's actually attacking everyone and trying to defend herself. Weird. Okay, plant lady. You may be a doctor, but it's of medicine, not of economics. When I say that you're further left than Bernie on economics, that's not a good thing. And when I say that Bernie was economically illiterate, it goes even more so for you. Wait, that's not funny. That's tragic. Jeez, it's kind of hard to bash you because at least you have a head on your shoulders. I mean, at least you have reasons for believing stuff. You exist? Wait, that's actually positive because if it was between you and Gary, I mean, I'm pretty sure Gary would win, but I mean, you're at least respectable, Jill. Jill, the only sane presidential candidate. Sad part is, she has zero chance of winning. Perhaps that's a good thing. Because for as bad as the economic plans of Hillary would be, or as non-committal as Johnson would be, or as useless as Trump would be, you'd be a mix of everything. You'd be non-committal on certain things, you'd have disastrous economic policies, and neither party would work with you. If you were president, Buchanan would look like a successful president by comparison, just because nothing you want would get done. And when Buchanan looks like a better president than you, that's saying a whole lot. Okay, I mean, at least Hillary would affect some form of change. She'd be better than Buchanan in that regard. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard to be worse than Buchanan. You probably would be just because no one would work with you. Trump, he'd have the potential to be the best president ever, or literally the worst. Like, he could go anywhere. But Jill, there's only one outcome for you. And that's literally worse than Buchanan. You know, Buchanan, I could have stopped the war, the Civil War, but I didn't. James, meh, what secession? Buchanan. You would be worse than that. Jill, I hug trees, and that's why I should be president. Stein. There we go. I finally was able to actually bash you in a funny way. But it doesn't change the fact that, yeah, okay, maybe it does. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry I was completely unable to bash Jill Stein in a funny way. But at the same time, it's like, I tried to be as funny based off of what I know. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to say. And Jill Stein, no one knows enough about you to make a decision about you. Really? Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.